Hi guys, and welcome to a new series. This series will be the making of series, and will be, well, I'm bringing you along to what I'm actually doing. So, today we're going to work on this, which is the player home, and we're going to start out with the deck back here because, honestly, I don't really like it. It's too small. It's not something we would really use, so let's get rid of that. We'll go into yeah, static. Let's see if the Hearthfire um 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 decks look good, or if I'm gonna make my own. So, trophy, fish hatchery. Oh, porch. Preview. Nope. Let's see. Porch. Porch base. No. Okay. Alright, I don't think this one's gonna work. So, new plan. Let's see. Architecture. I don't need this or this. I do need this. Let's see, what do we need here? So, seeing as that one won't work, we're going to do our own deck. Let's see, so we want first floor. We want this one? Yes. So we want that piece. Just lift that off the ground. We want corner. What's this? We're definitely not going to need that. We will need this. Let's see here. Let's see. We're going to need a floor. We'll need this one. Let's go for post. Nope. Let's try this one. Partition beam tall. Aha! Here we go. So, alright. Now that we got that, all it is a matter of putting it all together. Oof. Too high. Let's get it right about there, kind of. Can we go up one more? There. Now, there we go. We'll have the boards running parallel to the house. So, we need this. Let's see here. Man, my throat's kind of bugging me today. And once creation can load, there we go. Get this piece into place here. Oh, come on. Quit phrasing! Everybody would be happier. Everybody meaning me. Let's see. The kit's being funny today. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm recording. I really don't know. So, let's see. I think I'm gonna have it wrap around the over here and have it kind of go down the side of the main street a little bit. Get these to match up. Keep doing this along here. There we go. And looks like we'll need one more. I accidentally hit deselect here. That's not gonna help me. I want to duplicate it, not just deselect it. Alright, now, there we go. And that in there like so. We need this little corner piece. The reason we need this little corner, these edge pieces, is because of how the game, these little pieces are made, seeing as they're essentially hollow in the end. And we don't want that. We want to see. We don't want to see through the object. We don't want X-ray vision here. Come on, match up. There we go. Still not matching up. Why? Oh. I've down too far, that's why. You don't want to zoom out to where you can't see anything. Oh my goodness. Miserable piece of junk. Why are you not working? Alright, let's go down. Let's get it there. Alright. Aha! Now it'll work. Alright. Rotate. Oh. It would help if we rotate it in the right direction here. Alright. Don't want that selected. Nope. Miserable little thing. Alright. Duplicate this. Go along the x-axis and slide it all down. Nope, nope, nope. Right there. And I think... how's that look? Yeah, it looks okay. Right. So it'll work there in that little spot. Alright. Would help if I quit deselecting it. It will also help if I duplicate it before trying to move it. So, right there. Alright. Now we have that. How far along the house do we want to go? Let's go one more. Alright. Right about there. Perfect. And we need... oh, I don't need this piece. There is something I forgot. I forgot to get a railing. Oh boy. Let's try clutter. Nope, not in clutter. Interior, railing. There it is. That's what we want. Alright. And get that into a nice spot. Make sure it's all aligned, which it is. And now we'll put the post in place. like that, and we'll drop this down to about there. Ta-da! Alright. Let's go to the end of the house here with this. You want the y-axis, not the x-axis. Right. Alright, sorry about that. The phone just rang and was relatively loud, so shouldn't hear it. Well, keyword shouldn't. If you do it, I'm sorry if I forget to edit it out. So let's get this last piece in here. Get it lined up. There we go. And now we have to bring in this piece here. Let's just copy this, bring it over, and paste it in here. Alright. And it should line up. Perfect, if I can keep, or rather not keep missing it. Alright. And then one more little deal right here. Yep. Quit deselecting it! It's not gonna help. Alright. There we go. Perfect. There's that half of the deck done, and now we have to put the railings all the way along. Nope. Goodness, I keep hitting D instead of Control D. Not helping anything. Alright. And then we need to put this in here. Right there. Right. So right here it's now lined up. So alright. Now I just realized I rebound my keys, so I just the last 15 seconds weren't recording because I redid my key bindings. So anyways. It may look like it's lagging a little bit, but it's actually not. If I move it around back and forth, it looks like it's lagging, but it's not. It's because of this function right here. It's snap to grid, and so it's snapping to grids rather than lagging. So oh, wrong way. It's not lagging. So because I just realized it kind of looks like it is. So alright. So, but anyways, I don't know quite what I'm gonna do with this series exactly yet. Whether it's gonna be let me think here. Whether it's gonna be entire projects or whether it's just going to be the snips, or well, not snips, but little portions of projects. I'm not sure about that quite yet, so let me know down in the comments whether you want just short little sections of making this mod, or whether you'd like whole projects like this entire building. Like, I'm gonna do 90% of the interior this episode, but if you guys just want kind of single little clips of what I'm doing, let me know down in the comments. I might also do a mixture of both. So up in the air, but you know, I figured I'd do this series, that way you guys know what I'm doing, you know, how I'm doing stuff. So let's see why. There's that piece. Wouldn't unhide for a minute. So I'll do the pillars here in a minute. Let's see here. We need to first, before we forget, we need to actually move these over to where they're not overhanging the road very much. Let's see here. We'll move it about there and about there. Let's see, how's this look? Yeah, that looks good. So, alright, we gotta cap the deck off here, and then it should be good to go. Once I get the, we'll have to get railings and stuff in, railings and posts. Then we'll go to the inside, we'll work on that. So, and these episodes are probably going to be a lot longer than the mod tour episodes, simply because it's a lot easier just to show you, or not easier, but a lot quicker to show you the finished product than it is to actually make the product. It takes a lot longer. So these will probably be longer episodes if I do full projects. So let's see. Alright. Now that we got the railings in, we should be able to do the posts. So those are important. Let's see. I'm trying to think, how far apart do I want these to be here? Might end up actually doing them each section, depending on how much of a nuisance the railings decide they want to be here. I just want to look at where this post is placed, because I think I'm going to end up, yeah, we're going to end up doing posts every tile here, because otherwise these posts or not the posts, but the railings are going to be oddly placed. They won't line up perfectly, especially in the corners. Well, actually, let's have a look at this for a second. That might only be a corner issue. Yeah, if I just do it every post, it'll save. I can have gaps and it'll save trouble. So, just want to make sure these are all centered, because I do pay a lot of attention to detail. Let's get rid of markers, and that way it'll work slightly better. This old computer doesn't like markers very much, especially when there's a lot of them. But, you know, that's just how this old computer is. But it's done a lot for me, so I can't complain much. But it is old enough that I'm really starting to notice the fact that it is, well, old. Let's make this quicker and just select more of these posts. Dang it! I keep hitting deselect. It's starting to irritate me because it doesn't want to register the control key, and it's starting to get irritating. Just starting to. So, alright. Let's go down. Alright. Not quite. There's that one. And of course we need to readjust all these here. Yeah. This one's gotta go in the corner just like the other one was. Oops. God, it's giving me difficulties. Good grief. And my railings aren't quite lined up. Alright, so let's quickly fix that. Grab all these and move them all down one. So, but most of the time when I'm doing this, I've got music going in the background or something. Yeah. Ah! Goodness. Sometimes these controls can be a little too touchy. And I think it's also the texture of the stuff under my mouse. It's black and different shades of green, and I've noticed that every once in a while if it gets caught on the if it gets perfectly caught on the certain colors, it won't read. So, and then of course it'll jump, and yeah. Alright. So, alright. I just realized that my recording software quit recording because it only allows you to record 10-minute clips with the free version of this software. So, and of course I purposely put the timer on the top of the screen, but I didn't pay attention to it. So you didn't miss anything. All I did was finish up the putting the posts into place and getting them all nice and beautifully aligned. So, and now once it loads, we'll work on the interior. So, and building it is, I think, the easy part, and then the harder part is getting it furnished, I guess you could say, with all the containers and furniture, and then that's slightly okay. It's still easy, but it's harder because it's best if you don't use the grid function, so that takes a lot of time. That's why I've been doing the keep in so many different sections, is because it's so huge, and to furnish the whole thing at once would take me forever. And then the next part would be lighting, and that is one of the most annoying parts of it. Like, if I hit A, or A, you can't see anything because there's no light markers in here. So it assumes, oh, okay, there's no light in here, so you can't see anything. Of course, when you go into the game, it's not the case. You can actually see something in here, which is really starting to aggravate me, because if the creation kit gave you exact, if it portrayed exactly what you're going to see in the game, it would make it so much easier when I had lighting mode on. It would make it so much easier, but that's why lighting is so hard, because it's... unless I'm doing it wrong, unless I'm doing lighting templates and stuff like that wrong, then I have no idea. But anyways. And then the last part you have to do for building a structure is the very, very last part is nav mesh, and that is the hardest. Okay, it's not hard, but it's the most time consuming, and nav mesh is very picky about what you do, so, and that's why I kind of say it's hardest, because it's the most picky part, because if you have one little tiny thing wrong, then it's not going to be happy. Like, alright, let's show you real quick what nav mesh does. So, let's get a few things in here. Like this red stuff is all the nav mesh, and it's done in triangles. And so you have to cover the entire floor, and if you don't do it right, then the NPCs won't be able to go where they need to go, and it's all trying to figure it out. It's all one big mess. So, alright. So, anyways, yeah, this is the player home. It's a decent size, and it's got 3 levels. It's got the top level, the basement, and the main 3 floors. And what all this stuff is here is, I couldn't tell you why that is, but that's actually the grass. Let's see, what would be a good way to describe it? Right, when you're running around in Skyrim, all the grass that is growing on the land, that's done through texturing the ground. And certain textures have grass growing, so it adds grass on top of the texture of the ground. And for some stupid reason that I've not been able to figure out, but everyone, for example, I loaded up the outside of Whiterun to look at something, because I redid the gate earlier today, and I kind of liked how I think it's called White Watch or something like that. I liked how it was put together, so I looked at it, but for some reason now interior cells pick up that grass template. Yeah, grass template, let's call it that. So now you have the shadow of what I was looking at. Ugh, very irritating. And of course, well, when you get what am I thinking of here? Okay, when you get in-game and you're running through certain interior locations, that grass shows up, and it gets very irritating very quickly. But anyways, so alright, I think I'm gonna start with the master bedroom in here. We just gotta put walls in. Thing is, I have to figure out what piece I'm looking for. No. Ah, partition. There we go. Partition edge. Partition tall. Ah. So, I'm going to need these 3 things for up here. Just throw those down. And we'll get started with building the interior of the player home. Alright. They finally decided they wanted to pop in, so Oops, and of course they're all three in one little lump, so let's separate them out. There's that one. There's this one. Where'd that last piece go? There it is. Seeing as I'm not gonna need you right away, where'd you go? Alright, you're out in the void, you're good enough. It's another thing I don't like about my mouse jumping, is it randomly decides to teleport certain objects away. And when you're trying to do something like this, it doesn't help at all. So, alright, let's get this doorway in here. Alright, there should do it. I think. Yeah, we'll go with that. What's this post? Oh, right. I forgot I wanted that post there for something. I don't remember what it was. Alright. So we'll just do it that way. And then here's that other wall. This beam's in the way, so we'll hide it. And fit these into place. And then I'll put a door in place. Oops, didn't duplicate again. There we go. Now it's behaving. Very nice. Now we have the master bedroom closed off. And then let's get a door. Oh, let's see. We need static. We need doors. Alright, architecture. Riften. Interior doors. No. Just need a regular door. Come on, where are my regular doors? Riften door 02. Should be. Yep. Alright. Much better. So, I'm using the Riften architecture because personally, I kind of like it. But that's why it's dominantly, or that's why the Riften architecture is relevantly dominant in the capital here. So, alright, which way does this door open here? See, I can't. Some of these doors, most of them actually, don't have markers telling you where they open. For example, let's go into the DLC doors here. Free large door. Preview. Ah, see, these new doors have these markers, which is very nice. It tells you what direction the door is going to open. So you don't have to test it every time. Because there's nothing more irritating than putting a door in and having it backwards by accident. So, alright, so now that we got the bedroom kind of closed off, let's see, what else do I want to do? Let's see here. Also, most of these buildings I kind of do however I feel like. So I don't always have a floor plan for them. So I end up just kind of going with whatever strikes me pretty much. Most of the time I kind of like it, but sometimes it would help if I did a floor plan beforehand. But, you know, sometimes I think it's best just to do it just as you go, pretty much. So, alright. This should be the piece I want. Yep. So let's see here. But this player home, I have an idea of what I want in it. Like, I want some mannequins and some weapon racks down in the basement for kind of like an armory. And then, you know, of course I want to make it so you could have your adopted family from the Hearthfire DLC in here. Now that's the teleporting mouse again. That's the only thing. The only thing that drives me nuts. Alright. Let's see. Actually, I should probably decide what I want back here first. Alright, so I think I want maybe no, not there. We'll have the children's bedroom right here, so I think that's what we'll do real quick. Not having a plan, like I said, it's good, but sometimes it's really not. It all depends on the day. Alright. Let's move these out here and get them in place. Like so. And I don't know, I might change this up after I record this episode, so none of it's all entirely final really until I decide, yeah, that works, or no, that doesn't work. Actually, that might not work very. Oh wait. Oh, I know what I have to do. If I just put a beam in there, and it will be all good. Oh, right. I hid the beam, so I can't find it. Come on. Alt 1. Show me the beam. I want the beam. Come on. Alt 1. No. Alt 1. There we go. Ugh. It seems like the creation kit's just not liking me today. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm recording or what. But it's being finicky. It really is. Alright. Let's pull that out one. Let's go down with it like it should be. Alright. Finally. Got that good. No. No. You are starting to get on my nerves because these are not working. So, anyways, sorry. Every once in a while I talk to my computer and it doesn't help the computer, it helps me. Helps me not lose my mind. Although some people might argue that that's already happened. Oh, no wonder it's not moving, it's on the wrong axis. Again. Oh well. For all the quirks of the creation kit, I really do like modding. I really do. And I really didn't. For once, it duplicates, but it duplicates what I didn't want it to duplicate. Of course. As usual, it's doing what it's not supposed to be doing. But okay. Alright. Let's see here. That looks good. The last partition, if it will move. There we go. Yeah, every once in a while the creation gets a little temperamental, but alright. There's the children's room. Yay. They can all be happy. And I think this place up here will have like a small alchemy lab right there. And maybe some benches along here. And a nice little chair there, a table and chair in the middle here. Kind of like a big family room. And then of course that goes out to the back deck that we just did. Okay. And this little corner here. Oh, that. I'm glad I noticed that because I have to do something really quick. Let's see. We need to go into activators. Let's just do this the easy way here. We need a chain. Generic pull chain, right? Yes. Alright. Whoop. That was good. I had when I moved the mouse, it went under the edge of my laptop and sort of stuck there. Alright. So, I have a door right there that I didn't realize was a activator door, which means you have to have this little activator right here, or well, you have to have an activator thing that once that you have to press or pull or essentially activate for the door to open. And of course there's the secret, it's one of those secret style doors for like the breaking out of the prison, so you have to have, you know, the activator. And I think that was done for scripting purposes. I don't know. I wish I knew. Sometimes it would help a lot if I knew, but I don't, so no sense worrying about it. Alright, let's get this into position here. Let's see, we want it one over, I think, right? Well, this is... Alright, that's not gonna work. It's not playing nice. As usual. I actually didn't think it would work, but I thought, you know, just maybe I could cycle through different views using Y, but apparently doesn't like that idea. Alright, I see the problem here. It's can't go there because the oh, the width of the goodness, I start recording and now I can't think straight. Of course. The width of the pillar on the other side that I wanted to no, I don't want the pull chain, I want the door. The width was thinner than the chain, so that's why I was doing it. So we need activate reference right there, and then make another one right there. Alright. So now... What the heck? Oh, that's just the origin point. Alright, never mind. Just... going crazy again. I thought it was trying to link to the floor, but it's not, so we're good. We're good. But there's a sewer grate right there, and I have an entire list of low buildings that I'm gonna put the sewer to, so I think I might, I'm just gonna time-lapse this, and the next, till the end of the video is gonna be a time-lapse of doing the inside of the building, so. Alright, we're back. It's been about half an hour, and this actually went slower than what I actually normally do, but simply because I had no plan at all for what I was going to do. So right here is the master bedroom. Child's bedroom's over here. Then just a regular living space up on the balcony. The kitchen area and dining room down here in the center part, and then this narrow spot right here is going to be a library, And you've got your armory area here. Not sure what this open spot's gonna be yet. Then through these doors here, you have gonna have the alchemy and enchanting area. You'll have your ingredients and stuff over here. So that's what's gonna be here. Although I am gonna quickly reverse it like this. Oh, never mind. Well, I think we're gonna have to extend this ever so slightly because I just noticed one small little issue here. So we need to duplicate this floor and get it into position. Suit. Alright. And this needs to be removed. Hang on. Oh. Alright. Get a corner piece, and then you should be good to go. And I'll have to just add a wall. But, but when I'm doing like a NPC house for just a regular character, like they don't need as much detail as far as what they have in them, because the player's basically the jack of all trades, and NPCs, well, aren't. So that poses a different issue when building a player home than an NPC's home, simply because a whole different function. Like, for example, I have the two characters. One's a jeez, I haven't used the one character in a long time. Oh, he's a mage style character with a lot of magic, a lot of alchemy and enchanting, while my other one, my main one, is just simply, I'm gonna hack, slash, and shoot you until you're dead, kind of, instead of the stealthier mage and taking from a distance. I'm gonna get up close and personal, except for when I'm using a bow. So two different characters, two different needs. So when you're building a player home, you have to account for that, because if you don't, then a house is either going to be useful for some people and not others, or it won't be useful to anybody doing one style of playthrough, and that's not what you want. So having a player house is a little different, because the players you kind of have to account for any play style, really. For me, I probably wouldn't need much of a enchanting library or anything like that, but I'd like a large armory. Some people are gonna want a lot of alchemy areas and stuff like that, so you kind of have to think about that when you're making a player home. So you kind of want to try and please everybody, basically. So that's the main thing about a player home, is you want to try and please everybody. And sometimes it's hard to do. Like, most of my characters aren't gonna need an enchanting table or an alchemy table or something like that, or even a child room, but some other characters and some other people will want that. So that's one thing you have to account for. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end it here. I'm just gonna do the rest of the furnishings and stuff off camera, because it's getting kind of late for me, and it's I've done quite a bit of working on this mod today, and it's getting to be about 11:30, and I'm starting to get a little tired. So, alright. So, yeah, if you want full projects like this, or if you only want little small bits of projects, let me know in the comment section. And if you have a name, biggest thing I could use help with is naming. Like, if you guys have an idea for a name for either a character, a building, like the name of a store, or the name of a city, let me know. Because naming can be some of the most irritating part of this. Simply because a couple hundred locations, you're gonna have to think of a couple hundred names. And the more NPCs and stuff you have, the more names you have to come up for them. So, one of those things. I knew that would happen, and thank goodness there's things like the fantasy name generator, which is the one I use because it has specific name generations. Like, it has an Elder Scrolls name generator that will generate names for a specific race depending on the race's background, which is a lot of help. But still, things like shops and stuff, that I don't know. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, leave it down in the comments. And if you want more of these building style episodes, like, subscribe, go down in the comments and say something, give me any sort of suggestions. So any feedback's gonna always be helpful. So, well, I'll catch you guys in the next episode.